This is Middle Class Matt from don'tbuythehype.blogspot.com, and I am the sports genius. And I am a huge fan of the fight game. A huge fan of the Sweet Science. And I'm previewing and giving my prediction for the Andre SOG, Son of God Ward, and Bad Chad Dawson fight coming up September 8th. So it's not so far away, and there will be a 24/7 on HBO about it. Usually I would say, why are you doing a piece on them, on these two guys? They're not, super interesting compared to someone like Mayweather, Pacquiao, and those kind of guys. But HBO can make anybody interesting. So I will tune in and watch every episode of 24/7 when they do it, and I might even blog about it. So the fight's coming up, and my prediction is, I'll go ahead and get it out of the way, is that I think Andre Ward will win. Now, as good as Andre Ward is, I don't know that it's going to be an easy fight for him. And even though I'm picking him to win, I'm not 100% sure. I don't have total confidence in it. And the reason that is, as good as Ward is because Chad Dawson, Bad Chad Dawson, provides some interesting challenges. He is taller, and even though he's only listed at 1 inch taller, I saw the face-off, and when they were having a press conference, he looks to me 2 to 3 inches taller. Probably 2 is probably about right. So he looks a good bit taller. He's the bigger man in light heavyweight. So he's going to lose weight and then balloon back up. So he could be fighting a super middleweight in Andre Ward, and he might be 185, 190 pounds. Could be big once he rehydrates. Even though he's going to meet him at 168. I have seen guys rehydrate and gain 15, 20 pounds. So he could be the much bigger man. And he's a southpaw. And that always provides challenges. And I have not, when I looked at Andre Ward's record, I did not see a big name that was a southpaw. I saw that he may have fought one in the past, but he hadn't fought a really good southpaw. And so that always provides challenges, especially if a fighter hasn't fought a southpaw before. But Andre Ward did in 2004 win the gold medal in the light heavyweight, and he's not a little super middleweight. He's 6 feet tall, and so I'm not. It is an advantage for Dawson, but I don't know how huge of an advantage it is. But Andre Ward is a really good fighter. He beat Carl Froch, and Froch said he just was outclassed. He just admitted it, and I think Froch is a heck of a fighter. I really think he's a really good fighter. He's not special, doesn't have anything that really stands out, but I think he's got a lot of intangibles. He's got a lot of things that make him a really good fighter. The way he knocked out Lucian Bute, and also Kelly Pavlik, one of my favorite fighters, said he was the only guy out there at super middleweight where he really didn't think he could beat, or he thought he wasn't sure he could. He said he could beat Froch, he could beat Bute, he could beat some of the other guys in that weight division. The middleweight, super middleweight is very interesting right now. Lots of good fighters, a lot of good fights coming up. Like in the middleweight, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is going to fight Sergio Martinez. So, and those guys can go up and down from that weight class. So that's a really good weight division. The problem is with this fight in general is that Andre Ward has 25 wins. Only 13 are knockouts. And so probably most of those knockouts came to weaker competition. Bad Chad Dawson. When you have a name like that, you ought to be knocking people out. 34 fights, 17 knockouts. That's it. 50% knockout on these guys, this rate. Now, Chad Dawson has only 1 loss, and Andre Ward has 0 losses. So these guys are really good fighters. Now, a true fight fan would say to me, they say, Middle Class Matt, they'd say, you just don't know boxing. These guys are going to be, slick fighters, and you're going to have to... I can watch that, but the average public can't. These are the kind of fights that turn the average public off and make boxing a sport that is disappearing day by day. With all the other problems boxing has, fights like this, because I'm almost going to guarantee this fight doesn't end in a KO or a TKO. I think it probably goes to distance and Ward wins. And he'll outsmart him. He's slicker. He's quick. And he's a great boxer. He's a great artisan in what he does. But exciting, not in my opinion. So I'm going to watch this fight. I'm a huge fan. I'm going to watch 24/7. But these are the fights that are the problem with boxing. So picking Andre Ward. Let's see what happens. I'm middle class Matt. See you next time.